Stephen Baldwin didn't hold back his emotions when he addressed daughter Hailey Bieber's jaw-dropping $1 billion Rhode skincare deal during his June 25th appearance on The Adam Carolla Show. Speaking candidly, Baldwin called Hailey super smart and said she's always been ahead of the curve, even back in her modeling days. He seemed genuinely impressed, not just by the amount of money involved, but by the scale of what she accomplished and how she did it. Baldwin emphasized that Hailey didn't just make a business move, she executed a strategic vision with precision. She built that herself, he noted, his tone a mix of awe and admiration. What struck Baldwin the most was how quickly Hailey matured into a businesswoman capable of negotiating with some of the industry's top executives. He admitted that while her modeling work gave her public visibility, her business acumen was something she developed privately through persistence and instinct. To Baldwin, her success is proof that young women can command boardrooms just as confidently as they do red carpets. And what makes it even more meaningful is that she stayed true to herself throughout, never compromising her image, values, or voice to fit a corporate mold. Quick heads up, if you're into raw, no BS breakdowns of the wildest moments in celebrity culture, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. We cut through the noise, skip the sugarcoating, and bring you the real story. Backed by facts, not fluff. Stick around, what's coming next is too crazy to miss. Stephen Baldwin reflected on how Hailey's modeling years laid the groundwork for Rhode's success. He said her time working with luxury brands like Tommy Hilfiger, Guess, and Versace gave her more than just style. It gave her first-hand knowledge of how high-end branding operates. That, he believes, helped her shape Rhode into a company that felt authentic yet elevated. She was learning the industry from the inside, Baldwin explained, but always thinking about how she'd do it differently. According to him, Hailey always had a sense of what worked and what didn't. She knew what ingredients customers wanted, what packaging caught the eye, and what voice would feel real. That understanding made Rhode stand out in a crowded market. Baldwin added that Hailey's commitment to product quality was never a PR move. She was in labs testing formulas, giving creative direction on branding, and making sure the products actually delivered results. This wasn't a team slapping her name on something, he said. She was in it deep. He even revealed that Hailey turned down faster, easier brand collaborations in the past to focus on building something original, proving that Rhode wasn't a detour, it was the plan all along. One of the most powerful themes Baldwin drove home was that Hailey didn't coast into success on the Baldwin name, or even the Bieber name. People see the last names and think it was easy, he said, but Hailey worked harder than anyone I know. He pointed out that while being in the spotlight can create opportunity, it also puts intense pressure on someone to prove they belong. Hailey knew that the only way to be taken seriously was to do serious work, and she treated Rhode like a company, not a celebrity side hustle. Baldwin said she took meetings herself, made tough calls, and even turned down lucrative offers that didn't align with her vision. He noted that Rhode could have launched years ago with a bigger splash, but Hailey waited until everything felt right. That kind of patience, Baldwin emphasized, is rare, especially in someone her age. He believes it's exactly what made Rhode different. It wasn't about cashing in, it was about building something with integrity. She earned that billion, Baldwin concluded, the hard way. And in today's world of viral overnight success stories, her slower, intentional path is even more impressive. Despite the attention surrounding the deal, Baldwin said he and Hailey have stayed emotionally in sync. She knows she can call me about anything, he said, not for approval, just for truth. That open-door policy has kept their relationship strong over the years, especially as Hailey's fame exploded. Baldwin said he made a promise to himself early on that no matter how big Hailey got, he'd never treat her differently. If anything, he joked, I'm harder on her now. But that honesty is what he says keeps Hailey grounded. He recalled long conversations they've had, not about business, but about real life, values, relationships, family. Baldwin said they rarely discuss career milestones unless Hailey brings them up. Instead, their connection is centered on trust and emotional stability. I'm her dad first, Baldwin said, not her PR team. He added that their bond has helped her navigate fame without letting it define her. Their dynamic is built not on Hailey's accomplishments, but on the unwavering support behind them. Baldwin made it clear that while he respects Hailey's billion-dollar valuation, what matters more is the kind of person she remains. He praised her kindness, loyalty, and ability to stay grounded despite the pressures of fame and fortune. "Hailey's the same girl who still calls her grandma after a big meeting," he said. "That's what makes me proud." He shared that even with her success, Hailey still prioritizes family, spirituality, and her personal health things they've always talked about being more important than money. Baldwin said he's seen other young stars get swept up in wealth, fame, and ego, but Hailey's been consistent. "She hasn't let it change who she is," he said. "And that's worth more than any check." He attributes that to how she was raised: firm values, a strong support system, and constant reminders that fame doesn't make you immune to real-life responsibilities. Baldwin believes Hailey's character is what truly separates her from other celebrities. "The world sees the brand," he said, "but I see the heart behind it." Baldwin spoke at length about resisting the urge to micromanage Hailey's career. "I've seen parents try to control everything," he said, "and it almost never ends well." Instead, he trusted Hailey's instincts. He shared how even as a teen, she had a sharp sense of direction, and he wanted to protect that, not stifle it. "My job wasn't to steer the ship," Baldwin said, "just to make sure she didn't crash it." He recalled moments when she'd ask for advice and others where she clearly wanted to make her own decisions. Baldwin said he learned to respect both. That freedom gave Hailey the room to discover who she really was and what kind of legacy she wanted to build. He believes that's a major reason she was able to create a brand with depth, not just influence. Baldwin's takeaway was simple but profound. Kids don't need to be pushed, they need to be trusted. "If they trust you to let go," he said, "they'll trust you enough to come back when it really matters." Elaborating on his boomerang theory, Baldwin said the goal of parenting isn't to control, to create a safe emotional launchpad. "You let them go, but you're still on radar," he explained. "That means being available when needed, but silent when not." He said Hailey's independence is a direct result of knowing she has unconditional support to return to. Baldwin compared it to being a quiet observer watching your kid build something, but not jumping in unless invited. "She knows I'm here," he said, "but she also knows I'm not going to interfere unless she wants me to." He believes that confidence comes from emotional safety, not pressure. In his view, parenting shouldn't feel like management, it should feel like presence. And in moments of stress, doubt, or major decisions, Baldwin says Hailey always knows where to turn, because he's made it clear that she can, without judgment, without ego. "Being a parent isn't about being loud," he said, "it's about being reliable in silence." Stephen Baldwin's humility throughout the interview served as a subtle reminder that parenting a successful child doesn't mean inserting yourself into their spotlight. "I'm not her business partner," he said. "I'm her dad." That clarity has helped him stay grounded even as Hailey's star continues to rise. Baldwin acknowledged that it can be tempting for celebrity parents to overstep, especially when cameras are flashing and praise is being handed out. But he said the real victory is seeing your child flourish without needing to take credit. "She did it. She deserves the flowers, not me." He explained that by stepping back, he gave her room to lead and, in doing so, helped her become someone who leads confidently. That quiet support, Baldwin believes, is more powerful than any applause. In a town built on ego, he says the best thing a parent can be is invisible there when needed, invisible when not. "You don't need to be in the photo," he added, "just be the one who made sure the camera worked." That's not only a philosophy, it's a personal code. Baldwin said that true love, especially to Baldwin, the billion-dollar valuation isn't the story. The story is that a young woman built something authentic and lasting in an industry not known for sustainability. He praised Hailey not just for building a brand, but for building one that stood for something: quality, transparency, and real skin health. "She wasn't chasing a trend," he said. "She created one." That distinction, he believes, is what made Rhode more than a product. Linnet made it a movement. Baldwin also spoke about how Hailey's success challenges outdated views of what young women can do in business. She didn't just get lucky or marry well, she built a machine. And while many focused on her relationship with Justin Bieber, Baldwin hopes people will now look at Hailey through a different lens. As a founder, a strategist, and a CEO. "This wasn't luck," he said. "This was leadership. This was vision. This was her." And just maybe, this success story might push more young women to recognize that building real ownership is the ultimate goal, not just influence, but independence. Wrapping up, Baldwin offered a message to all parents, especially those with talented or high-achieving children. Let them find their own voice. Support them, he said. but don't script their lives. He warned that too many parents confuse involvement with control, and in doing so, strip their kids of ownership over their choices. Baldwin said his greatest parenting win wasn't raising a billionaire, it was raising someone who could face the world with clarity and compassion. "She's not perfect," he said, "but she's grounded, she's real, and she knows who she is." That, he believes, is the best legacy a parent can leave behind. And whether Hailey makes another billion or walks away from it all tomorrow, Baldwin's only goal remains the same: be the person she can always come home to no matter what. "Because careers fade," he said. But family, that's forever. His final words weren't about deals or fame or headlines. They were about the one thing no company can buy: being there no matter what.